and this is the third installment of what I call my Filipino martial arts reality checks. And I've already talked about Tatong Antonio Ilustrisimo in the first segment and Manong Ted Buet in the second segment. Now I'm going to go with my teacher of 20 years, Remy Presas. And Remy Presas, I really like to ascribe to him the individual who basically turned me from being a karate jock into an actual martial artist. And Professor Presas had it all. He had stick, he had knife, he had double stick and knife. He had empty hand, he had joint locking, he had grappling. He had the whole ball of wax. And so when I look at Professor Remy in terms of being my reality check, one of the things that I really, it's two things I look at, but one of the things I look at was that he always had an option. It didn't matter what kind of left turn at Albuquerque that you presented him with, he was always there with a counter. And it was a phrase that he used that became one of the four pillars of my own system, the MA80 Arnis Eskrima system. And that is, if you can counter the counter, you will not be beaten. And I remember him telling me this, many times. And the first time it really sank in was when he started doing a variation of a 6-count drill where he would shift and then bang, show you the counter for that. He would shift, he'd show you the counter for that. So the thing that I got from him was there's always an option. And no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, there's always an option. Now, that was the first thing. Now, the second thing was that the concept of the flow. And he was always impressing upon me, Danny, you must have the flow. Danny, you must have the flow. And so how do I describe the flow? Well, the flow is continuous, uninterrupted motion. And it doesn't matter whether the motion is being hindered, you just have a continuous motion. The example that I like to use the best is if you have a stream, okay, you'll have rocks here and there, or small rocks, big rocks, etc., in the stream. But the water doesn't stop at the rock. It goes over it, it goes around it. If there's a divot, it goes under it. It continues in motion. So when I look at everything that I do, whether it's empty hand martial arts, whether it's joint locking, whether it's throwing, whether it's stick work, stick and knife work, one, I keep the flow in mind. Am I doing this in a staccato fashion? Am I doing a series of stop starts, or do I have continuous action? And then the second thing that I look at is, am I allowing myself to be stopped by somebody doing hindering action, or do I automatically adjust and let it create my next move? And this is, I think, even more so than the physical techniques that Professor Remy taught. These are the aspects that have governed my martial arts life ever since I met him, which was 40 years ago. And so this is a brief discussion on how Professor Remy Presas is my third reality check, because these are the things I look at. These are the things that I work on doing, making sure that I don't get caught up into mentally and physically being lazy. Anyway, that's my third segment. My fourth segment will be coming up shortly. See you around. Super Dan, over and out.